Greetings, Thailand's Earth Expedition team. My name is Drew. It's my introductory video. If I'm looking over, I have my phone pulled up with the questions for this assignment, so forgive me, but just make sure I can check every box here. But I currently live in Big Bay, Michigan, in the Upper Peninsula, just outside of Marquette, where Northern Michigan University is. Originally, I'm from Colorado. I've lived in three different parts of it. Grew up in Golden, and then did a few years in Fort Collins for my undergrad at Colorado State, and returned to Denver for a few more years, but decided I needed a change of scenery and kind of broaden my life. So I moved up to the Upper Peninsula last July, pretty much like a week after my previous Earth Expedition course. So it was a pretty chaotic time, but it's been a good experience, and I'm kind of glad winter's ending. Getting warmer and able to do more stuff. But right now, just been applying to a ton of jobs and internships, so technically still in between jobs, but making that my full time job. I'm sure some of you may know, and also, of course, doing my coursework here. And my prior course I mentioned earlier was in Belize last summer, and it was a awesome experience down in for the savannas and the forest there, doing marine biology work and getting to work around monkeys. Who could complain, right? Some of my interests, I'm pretty broad in that sense. I am a big practicing amateur photographer, a lot of action sports, mountain bike, I skateboard, try to stay active as much as I can. Love dabbling in all kinds of new things. Got back into cross country skiing this year. It was a lot harder than I expected it to be, but stuff like that, and love kind of trying out new stuff. And I'd say what interests me most about this course right now is exploring the intersection between spirituality and conservation. It's a very abstract concept, or at least to me, it seems that way. And I don't think I've ever explored it very much. So I am really excited to get more into that in these upcoming months. See where that goes in Thailand. Let's see. Some of my strengths that I believe will help me in conservation and life in general. I just really do my best to be a sponge for information. I really love to learn and love to build on my repertoire skills. And I think that I have gotten really good at taking constructive criticism and not taking things personally, as you know, like, if that makes any sense. But um, yeah, just knowing that you're constantly trying to better yourself and constantly trying to learn and grow. And I've sort of embraced that. I've learned to embrace that. I think that's a pretty valuable asset in conservation. I mean, it's kind of a can be a tough industry to get into at first, as I'm sort of learning with the whole job search thing. But yeah, you meet a lot of really interesting people who have a lot of good things to say, and just I try my best to take all of that and value it and use it. So I think that's my answer to that question. Okay, master plan. That's a fun one. I probably am not alone on this, but I'm going to my second year of the Global Field Program. So learning what I want to do with that master plan. But right now I'm focusing on attitudes and motivations for conservation work, like what makes people want to do it, or what. Sorry, gotta articulate this a little bit. Yeah, what makes people want to get involved in conservation, like I did numerous years ago, and I'm sure most of you are too. But there's a myriad of reasons why people want to do this stuff, and I think that's really good and good, valuable to understand that, to foster more efforts and future conservationists. I think that's really cool. Yeah, okay. So anything else about myself? That's pretty much it. Uh, yeah, if I could say anything else, I guess I'm a musician. I play guitar like my whole life, so I really try to keep up on that, and I'm still doing so as much as I can. But just another good hobby, and I believe every skill set you develop and have can be valuable at some point, and the things you learn will come to fruition whether you know it or not. So that's just kind of my philosophy. But I get on a random side note, I'm a you know live in Michigan right now, and I've got my fandoms, but I'm a Denver sports fan. You know, Broncos, Avalanche, and the Nuggets, who are in the playoffs right now. I'm rooting them on, and I'm excited to see all this go down. So yeah, go Nuggets tonight. Other than that, I don't have much more to say, but I'm really looking forward to meeting you all, and I hope this video kind of does justice to explain myself. But I think we're in for a really good time soon, and I look forward to learning with you all. Take care.